Raven don't have a clue what they're doing. Evidently. Warzone is dying, and they are why. Hello everybody, I am Shadows Rain, and today we are going to be discussing exactly that. I'm not really playing that much Warzone at the minute, and I'm going to basically go in and tell you why. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button below, and consider subscribing if you are new here to the channel. Of course, we bring out loads of content all the time, and we have got something special planned for later in the week, so make sure that you're subscribed for that. But until then, let's get right into a bit of a rant. Yes, I meant what I said. Warzone is dying, and to be honest, so am I at the minute, as you can tell by the state of my voice. Let's get right onto it. So, yeah, since Raven Software took over, there has been nothing but bother with this game. The game did have issues in previous seasons when it was run by Infinity Ward, but instead of something being a meta for a week or two, with regular hotfixes, things are just let to go for a month and are released sometimes, well, all the time, outright broken. So let's just start off with their attitude in regards to releasing stuff. Their attitude is quite clearly, fuck it. It really is, because whenever something became a problem, like, meh, let's just see how it goes. These Psychov pistols, for example, let's just chuck them in there. What could go wrong? They don't, I'd call it a shit test. They don't shit test their games. They don't, sorry, not their games, their patches. They don't shit test them. They clearly don't play test anything. And it shows. Like, when I build a computer, for example, and I want to check something sturdy, I'll shit test it. You know, is the CPU mount on properly? I'll pick it up by the CPU mount and give it a little bit of a wiggle. No, play it brilliant, it's on properly. They don't test anything, and if they do, they need to fire whoever it is that's doing it, because clearly they've got it wrong. But I don't even think they are trying. So that's just, in regards to when they do nerf stuff, this is what I mean by they don't have a clue. So the problem with the FFAR, mainly, it was the time to kill up close. The time to kill up close was a bit of a problem, because obviously it's faster than SMGs, it's more powerful than SMGs, so yeah, it was a bit of a problem. Now, mid to long range, yes, it was strong, but it was counterable. AMAX could be a good counter for it. The Groza could be a good counter for it. So mid to long range wasn't really the problem, and it did have a fair bit kick as well. The problem is when they come to nerf it, let's nerf the recoil. What? The recoil? Are you taking the mick? In an area where it doesn't really need that much of a nerf, you're nerfing it. And the areas where it's strong, and the areas where people have a problem with it, being the handling speed being faster than an SMG, and it being able to outdamage an SMG up close, they don't even bother touching that. What the hell? Like, it shows me that they don't have a bloody clue what they're doing. And I think it's as clear as day. We look at things that come out, so for example, the M16 and the AUG nerfs. Like, they weren't touched, like, at all. I mean, yes, you see, you claim you've done the recoil, but once you've put another attachment on there, that's not noticeable at all. And you forget that the AUG comes with a sight anyway. So, it baffles me. And these metas last for months at a time. If it's a week or two, you get forgiven like Infinity Ward did. But when it's months at a time, no, that is not forgivable. And this is why people aren't playing Warzone as much. It's true. Like, within the A1A, just within the A1A, and I know it's the same across other teams and groups and communities and stuff, we're playing other games. Yes, we're still playing Warzone, but as opposed to playing Warzone when, like, all the time, like 90% of the time, now we're only really playing Warzone about 50% of the time. We're playing other games now. We're playing Rocket League again. We're playing multiplayer a lot more now, actually. Modern Warfare's multiplayer. We're playing zombies a bit more now. We're playing, what else we're playing? We're playing Grid. We're playing Grip. Grip Combat Raising's a really good game, by the way. You should totally try it out. League of Legends. You know, we're playing other games now. A lot of people are playing Tarkov, Outriders. People are playing other games, and that would not have been happening if the game was in a balanced state. Because I know how much people in these communities love Call of Duty and love Warzone, and the fact that they're playing other games regularly, it goes to show that COD is on a downward spiral, and it's no good for anyone. Now let's discuss the elephant in the room, and that is hacking. I cannot fathom how it is possible that one of the highest grossing games in the world ever has got a problem with hackers. Games that come out on Steam that are indie games have better anti-cheat software than Warzone. And Warzone just grab a bunch of suspicious accounts and just gone. Some people might be genuinely good, gone. Some people who are hacking, but are making their stats like look, believable, not gone. They don't have anti-hack software. And it's really, really disappointing to see because you expect more. And it just goes to show this is probably the problem with Activision, that they're not willing to invest the money to make the game more playable, as long as it's making profits. And this is what comes to the nerf situation. They don't nerf the FFAR, but you can be damn sure they brought out an animated skin for it. Same with the AUG. Suspect that, isn't it? That the two best guns in the game get like stupidly expensive 25 quid extensions for them. That comes before the nerf. Are you taking the absolute piss? That happens regularly, and you'll see the same thing with these Tarkov pistols as well. They'll get this minor nerf just to make it look like they've done something, and then what they'll do is they'll release some blueprints for it, guaranteed. And unfortunately, this is the way it's going. Yeah, we're also playing a lot of Apex again too. Don't know where that came from, but there you go. So yeah, that is a big problem for me regarding this game. And every time they seem to patch something, they break something. So, pardon me. So, like, the gun perks on the Modern Warfare guns, they broke them. How do you break that? How? How is that broken? What did you do to break that? I don't understand what bit of code you're in, which is relevant to patching the FFAR, which is a Cold War gun, to making most of the gun perks not work. What the hell is up with that? Seriously. And the fact that you remove glint from variable zoom scopes, like, what on earth is wrong with these people? Seriously, I told you this is a bit of a rant. How do you do that? And why is it not immediately fixed in a hot fix? It is unacceptable, and this is why when the next big game comes out, COD will be dead again. Like, if Battlefield 6 comes, Battlefield 6 doesn't even need a Battle Royale mode. I think it just needs a big engageable map like Warzone, and I think it does the trick. I really do. And it looks like the next COD is going to be weak as well, so I think COD is on a really heavy downwards trajectory. Fortnite only really lasted 2 years. It's still a really popular game now, but in terms of like its boom before people started going over things, COD is in its second year, and for Battle Royales, the second year is often the death year, unless you're Apex, and it seems to be getting a bit of a resurgence. But no, it's just bad crack. The hacking is a problem. And every time they do an update, the stim glitch comes back. Like, why? How? They don't have a clue. Another big thing as well is that Activision is going after the skill-based matchmaking website instead of the hacking ones. So I find it bemusing that the skill-based matchmaking website, it bothers me that they've put in a lawsuit against them. Take down your website, or there'll be a lawsuit. People used that to actually see what kind of lobbies they were in and address where they were on the skill-based matchmaking ladder. And the fact that you could use that to track cheaters as well, it was good. And Activision are getting rid of it. But they're not going after the websites. The known websites, by the way. Very well-known websites where you can get your hacks from. Not going after them websites, but we'll take down the ones where you can see anything about skill-based matchmaking. Can't be having that. No. Skill-based matchmaking secrecy is more important than the state of hacking in Warzone. No, none of that. Another big problem that we have as well is, like Overwatch, the game gets worse with each update. And that's a problem. League of Legends is guilty of the same thing. Overwatch, League of Legends, Warzone now, it gets worse with each update. Apex was heading in the direction, but they've kind of addressed that now and kind of took it on. These games get worse with the updates because as the games get a bit older, they try to cater more to noobs, and Warzone's doing the exact same thing. So for Overwatch, it was bringing in champions like Brigitte, champions that could just delete people without any counterplay whatsoever. Sorry, without any realistic counterplay whatsoever. League of Legends as well, it always had assassins, but they all had weaknesses, and now the game's more about just point, click, kill, instead of actual tactical warfare, which, you know, it's sad crack, but at least they try. They bring in the ban system. I get it, you know, that's one way to address the mistakes, fine. But the game gets worse with every update. There's always something that makes you go, oh god, here we go. And it's the same with the latest update with the sidecar. And to be honest, I know that we're getting a bit of a aesthetic change, which I'm convinced is going to be on the Cold War engine. I know that there's been no official rumor about that, but I suspect that. I really do. So yeah, it is a massive problem for me. And yeah, it gets worse with each update. We briefly talked about testing, and I don't think Raven plays the game. Obviously they don't test the game. It's quite obvious. And another thing with this game as well, that if you want to have fun, you can't win. It's true. If you want to have fun, you can't win. If you want to have fun, you have to go buy Foresight, which was, again, was another shit update. You have to go buy Foresight, sit in that corner, wait 20 minutes, and then pick up someone in the last circle. It's ridiculous. They're catering for noobs now. They're not catering for people in, you know, in the... They're just not catering for like people who are loyal to their fan base, and it's just really bad crack. And it goes to show because player retention is low if they're doing all these things to cater for noobs. Clearly noobs are playing and then not sticking around and leaving. So yeah, that's bad crack. If you want to win, you can't have fun. And if you want to have fun, you can't win. And that is a big problem with the game. I want to have fun when I play the games. You guys want to see fun gameplay. So yeah, I think that's just a massive problem. So yeah, A1A is ready for the next game, I think. We're hoping that's going to be Battlefield 6. However, that game usually goes the opposite way to what Warzone is. That usually starts really weak and then gets much better as time goes on. Hopefully it starts strong. It's had plenty of time to get it right, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that is my view upon the whole situation. Of course, I will keep on trying to play Warzone. However, I'm going to need to be a little bit more creative in how I go about it, but I have got something in mind. You just keep an eye out for that. But until then, I'm Rain. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. I sound like shit when I'm ill.